used to try to put forth, and I did read quite a bit. But jobs creation is what we need here in the city of Lake Worth. And when we were looking at that is initially, there's not a day that goes by practically that I don't hear about somebody looking for a job or asking me about jobs at work. It's a huge issue, as you know, well known here in our city. And when we talk enterprise zone, that's really what I'm thinking is creating jobs for our people.
Yeah, I also worked on an enterprise zone bill for Del Rey, so I worked very closely with you all, and I know, and I appreciate Commissioner Maxwell came up and worked with us, and we tried to get it done. So I know it was very frustrating, and we did have some leadership issues on that. But in terms of jobs, I just wanted to let you know, I will probably be doing a job fair. It will probably be October 9th, well, almost certain, probably October 9th at the Lantana Road Library, and I will get everybody the information. We did one 2 years ago with Del Rey, and we had 800 people attend and 30 employers. So we're hoping for something like that again.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, keep me in the loop, please. Thank you. Glenn?
Well, they'll do a great job, Representative Kerner in particular, on that criminal justice bill. I had worked on that a year ago, researching it for the Criminal Justice Commission, and we thought that was dead on arrival. I'm amazed you got that thing passed. And I went up there, because we talked to the folks at the Attorney General's office and the Sunshine Law office, and they were like, no way, that bill's not going anywhere. So I don't know how you do it, but I think that was great.
Can I make a comment? Thank you, Madam Mayor. There's a, within the legislative circle, there's a disdain for sunshine and public record exemption bills, and maybe rightfully so in a lot of regards. We don't want to restrict the public's access to uncovering information through that process. But my commitment is to put those issues aside if it's in the best interest of the community. And in this particular case, it was. I really believe getting all the stakeholders together is very important. With that said, I think I oftentimes get credit, and Senator Abruzzo gets credit for passing that bill unanimously, which probably doesn't happen often, but it wasn't so much anything that we did as it was the input. You talked about the local officials getting involved in the process. Mr. Torcivia was involved in drafting the bill. Our Palm Beach County Economic Council was involved in lobbying the chairs of the various committees. The sheriff and the state attorney were involved in working with other legislators. So it demonstrates the value and the utility of everybody getting involved. And so I intend to embrace that model further when I go back up there.
Thank you. Commissioner Zerdy?
Thank you. I wanted to thank you all too, but maybe in reaching out to make ourselves available to you, when, for instance, I'm sure it was a different time when they had that vacation rental thing come up on the state. I don't think we got very much notice or were involved at all of having any kind of notice. But any of those kind of things that you think affect us, certainly I know all of us would be more than willing to go and rattle some cages too.
Yeah, and I think maybe we need to do something pre-session, because in an off-election year, we get elected in November and we start going to Tallahassee. We're up there for 2 weeks in November, a week or two in December, a couple weeks in January, 3 weeks in February, and then the entire months of March and April. We see anywhere from 250 to about 350 bills that cross our plates on the floor, probably more in committees. So once the first starts flying, is almost too late. Maybe we would be better off if we, and I'll take this responsibility upon myself, if we try to do a little more work, especially in an off-election year when a lot of bills are going to be filed earlier. We can start filing bills now as opposed to having to wait until after we're elected in November. To kind of get together with some league folks, with Commissioner Maxwell, who's going to serve as chair of the league, and try to look and see what kind of things are coming down the pipe that affect us. Because otherwise, if it doesn't come before a committee that we sit on, we don't see it until it gets to the floor. And sometimes it gets to the floor on the same day that 42 other bills get to the floor. And that's not an excuse. I mean, it's our responsibility to do a better job, and I've already committed to a couple of residents and commissioners that will do that. But maybe we can try to do a little bit more pre-work before the session starts.
We greatly appreciate it.
Glad you're still around the corner.
Yeah, thank you. Commissioner Marissa?
Yes, he is around the corner. I have a pleasure of meeting with you this week. I also want to reach out. There's something that I've been working on with PBSO, Captain Silva, and I want to reach out to you. We have an issue with a lot of people being arrested bad guys being arrested and getting out. We spend a lot of manpower. I've already brought it to the Neighborhood President's Council, and we're kind of putting our ducks in a row, so I want to reach out to you afterwards. I know that the powers to be want to get them in, get them out, no cost. It's cheaper to get them out of jail, but it's not working for us as the city of Lake Worth. We've got a lot of bad guys being put back out into the neighborhoods, and we need to try to figure out what we can do. So I just wanted to plant that seed. I'll reach out to you. I've already met with Shelley Vanna and informed her. She sits on one of those committees, so she's going to try to work internally. But they're putting them right back out into our neighborhoods, and it's creating a big problem. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very,
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
All right.
We'd like an update in 6 months, okay? Thank you. All right, commission liaison comments, reports. Commissioner Zerdy?